Everyone, welcome back, and in this video I'll be giving you some information on mixed user stories. So for some of us business analysts, we might be really master chefs at building mixed user stories. So you want to know what mixed user stories are? It's not big deal, it's very simple. So let's get into it and see what these user stories are and how we can avoid mixing user stories. So let's get into it. So what are mixed user stories? Stories which are one or more features. Okay, these have one or more features included. For example, a story would have search as well as filter functionality into it. Another type of mixed stories are one or more operations when you combine create and delete operations. This another type of mixed story is it's the same feature but has lot of parameters of different priorities. For example, it's a search feature but it has different parameters on which it can search. For example, search by title, search by keyword. So now what happens? You might be asking, so what if this is in a story? Sometimes it's not an issue, but sometimes it can be a bulky story. Things need to be always keep in mind as a business analyst, your stories need to be as independent as possible. Only then it would be testable, it would be valuable, and you can pull it up as and when you like into iterations. And every story provides value, and there's not going to be any blockers. Okay, so when you have these mixed stories, another issue that can arise is sometimes when a client cannot decide whether they need that story for an iteration or a release. Let me give you an example. Let's take this story which says search product. So you need to search for a product, and the description is the user should be able to search by name and keyword. Not a big deal, it's okay. It's a search functionality with two ways of searching. You can either search for the name or the keyword. But yes, it has a two pointer because searching by keyword is little more, takes little more of effort and stuff like that. So the client was little given the amount of work that can be completed within that particular time frame. The client was really little confused as whether this is needed or not. They need it, but still it's too costly. It's two pointers. So at that time, there is a possibility that maybe they want something from that story and they don't want something else. So you need to see how you can split that up also. So if you see over here, probably the client would have said that search by name is mandatory because products need to be searched. But it's okay. Searching by a keyword is really nice to have, but it's definitely not of a high priority. We can always take that up later. So if that's going to be the scenario, then you can split up the story again into two stories, which is search products. User would be able to search by the name, so this becomes the title, and then search product where the user would be able to search by keyword. So now this splits into one and one story points, and given since this is something that the client wants, it's a priority and they have space within that time frame to accommodate a one story pointer that can be taken. So this is the way that you can kind of deal with mixed user stories, but always try to follow the invest principles of building user stories, which would be really helpful and useful not only for managing your user stories, but also it works well during prioritization also. So I hope you got some information on what mixed user stories are. If you like this video, please do give this a thumbs up. If you want to know more about business analysis and other stuffs, you can subscribe to my channel and also do share your feedbacks. Thank you.